Get ready, cause it's about time for you to speak your mind. Secret Girls Club. Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club.
Hello. Welcome back. We are back.
Welcome back to us.
Yes. Everything is right with this world.
Yes.
Seriously. We've been so excited for this. And we've been talking about just before there's a One Piece. So I'm super excited for One Piece tomorrow as well.
So excited.
The normal in this world.
I'm so sad I can't watch the second trailer. There's like a new official trailer for One Piece.
Why can't we watch it?
Well, Watchdog. I saw it and I didn't click on it.
Yeah.
And then 2 hours later I got a message from Watchdog that I shouldn't be watching it. So I'm glad I didn't click on it the first time I saw it.
Okay. Well, maybe we can watch it tomorrow, but
No.
yeah.
It is not recommended.
It's not recommended.
I guess there's something we didn't get to it, but that's weird because
But it's like a first arc.
Yeah. Watchdog, elaborate.
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
Because we and if we can watch it, we'll probably watch it tomorrow. While you guys are joining, tomorrow we're gonna do One Piece at 2 p.m. So we'll do 3-hour stream. End a little bit early, but I am excited for the Super Secret Girls Club. How you been?
I've been very, very good. Being back home was fun.
Yeah.
But coming back was an actual legitimate nightmare. It's probably the worst travel experience of my life.
Yeah, we'll get more into that for sure. But yeah, welcome guys. I'm excited to see everybody in the chat. We've been on a month hiatus almost.
Yeah.
I mean, I did SSGC with Chris, and I don't know if you did one when I was out.
I had to cancel because I was just running out of all the time that
Yeah.
I had left.
Makes sense. So we planned to continue, but things kept happening. I planned to do it last week as well, but the computer was very slow, so we decided to just not do it. But we are back. I am hella excited. So it sounds like we can watch the One Piece trailer, so we'll watch that tomorrow.
Yay.
But yeah, today topic is essentially catch up, travel, nightmares, the beautiful dreams, and everything else. Feel free to ask us any questions. Obviously, we'll try not to answer them something that's on a tangent, but we usually do, so we'll try our best. Beside the nightmare, they love the tangents. We go on tangents all the time. That is our favorite thing to do. Beside the nightmare of a travel, how was it to see your family?
It was fun. It was very good and cute to be back. There's obviously, I was away from my family for 4 years.
4 years?
Plus.
Wow.
So it was really nice to get to see everyone again. And not only did I get to see my my immediate family, my parents, my brother, but also my extended family, because it was the reason for my travel was my mother's 60th birthday. She had a birthday party the Saturday that I arrived, and so we basically got to see everyone.
Nice. That's wonderful.
So that was like a good, instead of me having to travel everywhere and say hi to everyone, it was like a really convenient way for me to see everyone and just catch up without having to just spend so much time.
That's true.
Going to a place, going around and trying to see all these people.
Do you, if you have done that and if you have missed a few people you didn't see, would that have caused some family drama? Well, she didn't come see me, but she came to see this person. Yeah.
Probably.
The same thing. But so that's good. And that would have made sense for why your parents were a little not happy with Chris wasn't there, because that would have been an opportunity for Chris to meet everybody as well.
Exactly. They were really excited for both of us to be there, but unfortunately it was very expensive. It's very expensive to travel to Europe in the middle of the summer because the summer break in Europe is typically the 2 months of summer, July and August. This is the main travel season where everybody's off, all the kids don't go to school. And so everybody's just moving around a lot. Everybody has a time.
Everybody's traveling as well, so it just costs extra on it.
Yeah,
makes
so for that reason it was excessively expensive. And we just didn't want to spend that much money for both of us to go.
Yeah.
Ends up
No.
I spent the same amount of money because of
everything.
a later thing that we will discuss.
Yeah. There's always like one part of travel is like, everything was good until this one point.
Oh my God.
So you did what? Is there anything new that you did while you were out there? I mean, yeah, it was a country that you went to, but like you went to new sauna spa place.
I did. So that was probably my favorite memory of the entire trip because, after a while, I haven't seen my family for a really long time, but then I was also with them 24/7 for multiple days.
You were like, I'm done with them.
And I was just like, yeah, it's time for me to take a break. It's time for me to go.
Fair enough.
So I went to Brno, which is a city where I went to university.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also a place where Chris and my favorite sauna are located.
Okay.
It's like this amazing resort with like so many different like sauna options, and it's also a hotel, so you could stay there technically. I was trying to book an overnight there because I was like, I need to treat myself. I need this.
You need to stay. No, makes sense.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Unfortunately, the hotel was sold out.
Oh no.
So I was like, that's fine. I found a different hotel that was like in the city. And I was like, I'm not mad about this because I also kind of need the city vibe.
Yeah.
My parents live in the most rural of places.
Fair enough.
It's a tiny ass village.
But it's tiniest village in the Europe.
It's so small.
It's so pretty. It sounds so
it's
pretty.
cute. It's cute, but it's like very small and there's like not a lot that happens. So I was kind of itching to experience something else.
Yeah.
So
Makes
I
sense.
went to Brno and I had a hotel in the city, which was great. The hotel was amazing. But on my way to the sauna, the bus didn't take me all the way there because I guess in the summer they have shorter routes.
But you will think they'll be more busier in the summer.
But it's not like the sauna bus. It's bus of the city.
Gotcha.
And
gotcha.
that bus specifically, so there's only few times that the bus will go all the way there. And the bus that I took didn't go all the way there. It just went to the end of Brno.
Yeah.
And then the sauna itself is by a dam next to Brno.
Yeah.
And it was just like a mile.
Okay.
I think.
So
Like
not
a little
too far.
over a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it was a walking distance away.
Yeah. Okay.
But I did not prepare for this. I thought the bus would take me.
Yeah.
It was also a heat wave in Europe that was insufferable. I didn't have the right shoes for this.
Oh no.
And I had to walk through like the field, like a field of hay or something.
Oh no.
And then it was bad. I didn't have the right shoes. I was sweating profusely. I was wearing like a really cute dress.
Yeah. Because you were ready for the sauna.
sauna.
Exactly. I
Be
mean,
fancy.
slippers and stuff. Yeah.
And so I was just so out of place in my cute dress and my cute shoes walking the field. And
you look like tourists if you did it before.
oh my god, it was so embarrassing. I'm so glad nobody was there to see me. Well, people probably saw me, but
it's like
it's
like that girl. She's not from here.
by the time I get to the sauna, I'm drenched in sweat. I'm disgusting.
You were already in the sauna.
My dress is dirty.
Oh,
I
God.
don't even know how.
Yeah.
I didn't fall or anything, but my dress is just covered in dust, and I'm like, okay, cool. Finally, I'm at the sauna. I was like, yay,
made it.
The sauna's under construction.
No! What? You did all this trek just to find out the sauna
Yes.
is under construction. How
And
did
they
you not
were
know this
like,
before?
well, so they said that they had the dates of the construction on their website.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's a lie because I checked the website. Like I was trying to book a hotel. I was trying to book a stay.
Yeah.
So I was on the website and I didn't see that. The thing is, I was looking on my phone and they didn't have those dates in mobile view. But they had it on desktop.
Oh my lord.
So
That's awful. So technically it wasn't there. Like it should have been on
was
both
not
sides.
there. It was not there. My parents' internet is very old and my computer decided that it doesn't want it to log into it for safety reasons. So I was like, cool. All I had was my phone.
That's insane.
And unfortunately, the information was not provided.
So it was completely shut down? Like
it was
nothing
shut
was
down,
open?
and I was in Brno Wednesday, Thursday, and the construction was happening Wednesday, Thursday.
Of course it was.
Of course it was.
Of course it was. Like,
So I'm like,
ruined
this
it.
is great.
Yeah.
I was really hungry, just like sweaty and everything. So I went to the bathroom there, and I
Right.
changed, and I
Yeah.
just put like shorts on and like a normal shirt. That was all I had because I was literally just staying in Brno overnight.
Yeah.
So I had the dress,
Yeah.
and I had shirts and shorts.
So
and so like I changed into my outfit number 2, the only outfit I had left. And I walked out, and I
the
went.
same trek?
I went to this one place, and I had lunch,
Yeah.
and just called an Uber, and I was like, I fucking can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So I
Just like,
called
take-
an Uber, take me to the hotel. I showered, put on the same dirty clothes because I had no other choice.
You could have washed it.
No, I couldn't.
No?
I couldn't. I asked if they could like do if I could do laundry anywhere, and they were
Yeah.
like, no.
Oh,
I
no.
was like, okay, great, cool, it's
Yeah.
fine.
I usually wash my stuff like in the sink in the bathroom.
Yeah.
They're like, here.
Yeah,
hang it.
but I needed to move around. Like I
Fair
had
enough.
very little time,
Makes
so I just
sense.
put the dirty clothes back on, and I found a different sauna that was in the city. It was in a park,
Okay.
and so I walked there. There was a cat cafe
Yeah. Oh.
on the way,
Okay.
so I stopped to get a coffee. It was really nice. It's a really
Yeah.
cute stop. Get to the sauna. It just opened.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it was open from 4 to like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So I get there right at 4. They just opened. I get checked in.
Yeah.
They have this really great thing in Europe when you go to like a resort where you get this like a
Band.
band
Yeah.
with a chip.
Okay.
So you can use the chip to like open the door of your locker instead of
Gotcha.
having keys or having a code.
Like it's just
You just
automated
use
that
it.
way.
When you try to get when you try to buy something
Yeah.
at the bar, like food or drinks or anything, you just use the chip to
Yeah.
pay, and it
And
will
it'll
all
accumulate.
like once you check out, you will pay for everything.
Nice. That's
So
good.
it's very
That's
convenient.
automated.
You don't have to like carry anything on you. You don't even need to carry your phone.
Yeah.
You're just there with like a little thing on your hand, and you're good. So the fact that you don't have to have your phone is really good if you're trying to like fully relax.
Especially in sauna,
Yeah.
you need to be away from your phone.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
And the phone is often like a big source of
Stress.
anxiety and stress.
Yes.
So yeah, so staying away from your phone is very healing.
That's
So-
good.
So it was really good. It was really good.
Nice.
It was not as fancy or just extra
Yeah.
as the place that I originally was going to, but it had
was
its
something.
charms.
Yeah.
It was really cute. There was a steam room. There was a Finnish sauna. There was something they called the exotic sauna, which was
What the
just
hell
like
is
a
exotic?
it was like a higher humidity sauna with
Why was it called
lower
exotic?
heat, because it had like essential oil
Oh.
of sunflower or something. I don't know.
Interesting. Interesting.
So that's why it was called the exotic sauna, and it also had like some flowers in it. So it was like really cute.
That's cute.
So,
Yeah. That's adorable.
and then the last one was like you have to walk outside of the building,
Yeah.
and there was like this hut, and they called that one the herbal sauna,
Okay.
and that just had like dried herbs like hanging off it was like it smelled so good.
Do you also call it herb? And
Yes.
you've been corrected. Same.
Herb.
And like I would call it herb, and it was like it's herb. I was like, why the F? You have an H in front of it, then they just called it herb. Yeah. Every time I like
Yeah.
correct myself, so I'd like notice like, oh yeah, herb.
The herbal sauna.
The horrible sauna. The same thing. No, that sounds wonderful. I'm glad that you were able to get to do the sauna, especially that's why you would
Yes.
burn out.
I was
do
also sick.
Oh, of course you were.
I arrived.
Why? Like what? Like you just got cold?
I got a cold, but I got a really bad cold.
Oh,
I didn't get
no.
fever or anything, but I was just like so congested I couldn't breathe. The heat wave was killing me because I just like I had constant headache and I just couldn't like breathe properly. I had to breathe with my mouth open. So then I just was constantly thirsty.
Oh god,
it was so uncomfortable.
Especially with that humidity. Was it very humid?
No. It was dry, so dry.
Oh god.
But
That's
so,
kinda bad.
but when I was in the sauna, you know, I tried to like really make sure that I stay away from people so I don't get anybody sick. There wasn't a lot of people anyway, so it was fine. But it helped me so much to like be in like the sauna and do like the the breathing in the hot, like really really hot space, and then to get cool off. And then I like went straight into the bathroom to just like empty
everything
and then go back, and I just did it like 4 times. And then I went to chill in the park, so you can like enter the park from there and you can just like enjoy the park. Oh my god, it's so good. It's like so well integrated with its surrounding. Like it just feels like it was a new facility, but it felt like it's always been there.
Nice. I love it. That's beautiful.
It was like, this is goals. We need to build this here.
Yes. No, seriously. Me and Chris been talking about a location that we need to talk to you about.
Did you I know we're talking about me today, but
fine.
Did you go to do any like spa experience?
I did bathhouse in Korea. That was interesting experience because, well, whole thing. The first one I went to, I went with Ben. So my friend who I met from New Hampshire, I met him at the airport. That's a whole thing that we need to talk about. But we went to the sauna, coming in, and immediately the reception go like, "No men, no men." I was like, okay, no men. It's like, I guess we'll find another one. I know, but I was like, I guess you can. He's like a tall, like guy, like you cannot like not tuck it in. Like everybody else is short, so we were like, okay, I guess we'll find a different one, right? Like it was like a beginning of the first week, and the second one that we went like a couple days later, it's called Dragon Hill. They're like, oh, it's like most tourist friendly. We were like done shopping. It was like it's open 24/7. So like we'll just go after shopping and stuff. And we went there, the lights are on the sign, but we couldn't find the entrance. And it said the entrance was that way. So we went that way because I could read some of the Korean. So it's like, okay, so it says Ibku, the entrance is right there. Like I can go there. Couldn't find the entrance. So parking lot, went upstairs, went downstairs, like couldn't find it. So then on the map, again, I like pulled it out, like what's happening? But apparently on the map, it said Dragon Hill open. And then there was another location right next to it saying temporarily closed.
Oh my god.
I was like, why do you have two same Dragon Hill? God. And why is the light on? Turn it off. So couldn't go there. But third,
that's so sad.
I know. But the third one, I was able to find it. It was in a basement. Had to ask people like, where is this? Like it says on the map, it's right here. I don't see it. They're like, take the elevator, go to basement. Okay, good. And bathhouses are like the one in Chicago. I'm pretty sure like there's 2 gender separated. Yes. They gave us like essentially pajamas, and then they gave us a locker. You take like everything off, and then they had 4 baths, all different temperature. One was really cold, and the 3 were like different. 2 saunas. One was very steamy, and one was very dry. So I did both, and then just jumped into the cold one. And it was so humid and so humid that I stayed in the cold shower for like a whole day because we had just went on a hike. We went on like the hardest hike in my life.
Was it the mountain one?
Yes.
Okay.
The hardest, dude. I don't know how we made it. We made it somehow. But so after, because it was so humid, so hot, like I just stayed in the cold water. I was like, just cool me off. Like every time I went to the sauna, I was like, no, let me just go back to the cool. And then they also had a salt scrub. So they had 3-4 benches where old lady was like just giving you salt scrub.
Yeah.
Like to the point where like my skin will probably rubbed off. I was like, I think I'm good. Like I'm good. They had like showers and stuff. So it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that people, nobody leers in Korea. That was very surprising to me because here, like anybody walking, they like just keep staring at you and I hate that. And coming from India, like it's awful. But they're like they expected, like obviously not only I was tourist, I was brown. It's like I expected the people to stare, but no, they only did like small look up, like, oh, somebody's here, and then that's it. I was like, oh, I appreciate that. So it was nice. And then I went to the cafeteria and had the fresh watermelon juice. Beautiful. And then they had like the spicy dumplings. Like, just give me this. Like,
Oh my God.
I was so hungry, so
That
I
was
just
like
said it.
in the
Yeah, so like
Okay.
you wore the PJs and
Nice.
then they had like massage
Yes.
chairs
Oh
and
my
all people were sleeping on the mats.
We need to go to the one in Chicago.
I'm so down because I planned to go back, but we told ourselves like we'll do hour and a half. And it went by so fast. Like
It
I could have
did,
stayed
yeah.
longer. But then he was
Hour
already
and a half
done.
is nothing.
Hour and a half is nothing. But then I was like, let me just go check and making sure he's not done, because if he wasn't done, I would have gone back. And then I saw that he was done. I was like, okay, then I will just then I'm done. Because once you take your shoes out, you're done. But it was amazing. It was amazing. I wish my first two I could have gone in, because then I could have had multiple experiences. But because I went with the men, no men. I literally told him third time, like, if they say that, you're going home. Like, I'm doing
Well,
this.
you can find something else to do.
Like, yeah, like, find something else. I'm doing this because I'm the one looking it up. This is like, and if they
For
don't allow
real.
men again, like,
Yeah.
that's your problem, not mine.
Yeah.
But luckily they let us in. But that was fun. That was quite a bit of fun. But yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, guys, if you go in a different country, I think the sauna and spa is a must. I did do a massage that was really good. This Korean lady, while she giving me a massage, she was like, "Oh, you have such a small face. Korean people have big faces." I was like, "No, they don't. What are you talking about?" She's like, "No, big faces, big faces." Like, no, like, Anil, like, I don't think you're right. Like, and I had like
That's so funny.
I have broken Korean, so we were like talking, and she was like, "Am I a student?" I was like, "No, I just know a little bit of Korean." It was just so funny. I was like, I don't know which Koreans are you looking at, but I don't think they have big faces. Like, I think they have small faces.
It's hilarious. Hey, she's a professional.
She's a
Question her.
professional. I guess so. I was like, this is okay.
That's so
Sure.
funny.
But yeah, no, that was quite a fun.
Yeah.
But yeah. So your parents got a new dog. So how was that?
So my parents got a new baby because they felt the empty nest.
Makes sense.
So their dog is his name is Leo.
Okay.
He was an adult dog by the time they got him, so that's already
Like young adult.
It was from like a shelter,
Okay.
so that always comes with some
Problems,
behavioral
yeah.
problems, possibly.
You have to work through them.
You have to work through them. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's like a lost cause.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always for, saving a dog from a shelter over buying from like a breeder or
Yeah.
something.
But you just have to prep yourself. There's
yeah.
gonna be a work.
Yes, definitely.
Like-
Yeah, I'm definitely not scoffing at it, but yeah, it's especially if you get like a bigger dog,
Yeah.
then you need to be patient and like really train the dog so that nothing ever happens that you don't want happening. My parents did not train this dog.
No. At all?
And he is a big boy. He was like
He's like golden retriever, right?
He's not a golden retriever.
No?
He is like he looks like a golden retriever, but he's like bigger, way bigger than a golden retriever.
Some kind of Pyrenees.
He looks like a Pyrenees,
Okay.
but yellow.
Oh, interesting. But Pyrenees are brown-ish?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So yeah.
So really big dog, right?
Yeah.
And he looks really cute because like you associate golden retrievers with just
Cute,
like really like mellow personality and really friendly and like good with kids and like all these like good things.
Yeah.
He was not that at all. So like looks very deceiving. He did not like me at all at first because he was
no.
just like, who is this person?
Yeah.
Why is she still here?
And you smell
I-
like cat also, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into the house without my parents being next to me so that he would know that I'm a guest.
Oh my god.
So I was like, this is like not
Okay.
cute.
Yeah.
This is not cute. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm like, he's such a baby. And I'm like, he's not. He's a menace. Like he's trying to eat my face
It
constantly.
would be different if it was a small dog. Then, like,
Yeah.
sure, I could push him away. But
Like I was legitimately uncomfortable. And my parents just wouldn't like. I was so mad because we had this conversation years before I even got to check again.
yeah.
I was telling when they got him, they started telling me about like some of the issues that he's had. I was like, okay, you have a big dog, you have a responsibility, you have to train this dog.
Yeah.
Like they would tell me that he like barked so much at the postman,
Yeah.
that she literally dropped the mail and ran. That he like almost jumped the gate, and I was like, okay, that's terrifying.
That's horrible.
You shouldn't be okay with this. You need to like make sure that the dog doesn't do that. Like you need to discipline this dog. I don't know how to train a dog. I've never had a big breed that I would have to like take care of.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna give you tips or like tell you what to do. One thing I know is you need to train your dog.
Like get
I don't know how, but you need to train your
get
fucking dog.
help. And like
So yeah, and after like it was like almost a week of me being there, that I went to Brno. And one of the reason I went to Brno is because my parents were going to work for 3 days.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be there alone because I didn't trust this dog. Like he was kind of used to me at that point. Like he would still like if I would try to like touch him when he didn't want to be touched, he would still like growl at me really like it was not cute.
It's like I'm not.
No, like I'm glad that he was like vocally telling me he doesn't want to be touched.
Yeah.
Instead of like just attacking
Jumping
me.
him. Yeah. Yeah.
So I like I was like, okay, cool. I'm just not gonna touch you. But like it was still uncomfortable for me. So I left. It was one of the main reasons I like went to Brno. I was like, I don't want to be here alone with this dog.
Yeah, because you don't know if your parents are not around to like notice his behavior change. You may not pick up on it soon enough.
Exactly. Like I didn't know his body language yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I left. And by the time I came back though, at that point, we were already like cool. Like I remember going to the grocery store and then back, and he like let me go through the gate without like barking at me. He just kind of like checked me out. He wasn't wagging his tail, so I was just like, I don't know, like he's not happy to see me.
Yeah.
But he's tolerating me. And then towards the end, it was like I was there for 3 weeks. Like the last week, he was already like used to me. He would let me touch him, and like I wouldn't like really like. Like some dogs you can just fucking toss around.
Yeah, you would
like wrestle.
Yeah.
I would not do that with that dog. But,
like, no.
I could like pet him, and he would like sit next to me.
Okay, so he was coming around to it. I
he
think
was
after a while he would have.
He was definitely coming around. I think he realized also like as I began to like smell different because of the food that I ate, along with my parents. I think
you were also like from America, so whole smell is completely different.
Yeah,
like nothing that he has smelled before.
So yeah, I think that it's just eventually we got there, and now I left. I don't know how he feels now. I don't know.
The presence is gone.
He's not gonna remember me.
Maybe he will. Like next time you see him, be like, all right. Well, he probably wouldn't have liked Chris at all then.
I know. That's my like bigger worry.
Yeah.
Because my dad's 60th is coming up next year, and they want to do the same thing.
Makes sense.
So that means I have to go there again next year, unless we're moved by then.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But going there is freaking me out. Going there with Chris because of the dog. Because like one of the reasons dogs are like freaked out when they are not exposed to black people is because of their color blind.
Yeah.
And it's harder for them to see like facial features on black people.
That's what I've learned. And because like because it's very easy to just label dogs racist. It's like it's not that dogs are racist. It's just a matter of they can't understand that facial features.
And
so
it's a matter of like exposure.
Yeah.
Like if a dog is only used to seeing black people and then sees like a white person with very vivid facial features, they're gonna be freaked out too. It's like, what is this?
Like too much. You're smiling too much. This is not okay. Yeah, it was interesting. Spidey told me about this. So once he told me, and I was like, oh, this kind of makes sense. But I mean, Nico barks at every guy that she sees, so it doesn't matter what color you are.
Oh yeah.
But it definitely makes sense because
good
like,
for Nico.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, who are you? But okay, interesting. I guess you guys don't. I don't know, when Chris does go, maybe they can just like separate the dog until like more cumulative, but they will have to do something.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out, or we're gonna not be able to stay at that house.
Fair enough.
Which I also wouldn't mind because it's
yeah,
zero privacy.
So can I ask? Did you see your brother?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not as much as I thought or hoped that I would.
Is he moved out?
So my parents have moved into my grandma's house.
Oh, yeah.
When she passed away, and because they inherited the house, and they just kind of started living there. And my brother stayed behind, and he lives in the condo where we used to live.
Gotcha.
So
he has his own space, technically.
he has his own space, and my parents live in their own. So, he would come here and there to help and visit. He was there for the party, and he was there before the party to kind of help. Not a lot. And then he was not really there. And then I saw him before I left one more time. So
yeah. Okay. No, that's good. Did you end up talking to him that you wanted to, or just everything was just so busy? That
No, I
happened?
did not. I did not, because there was things that transpired, and I was just like, this is interesting. I don't know what to do with this. So I had things to process as well.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I unfortunately didn't get a lot of FaceTime with my brother.
Yeah.
Which I'm still bummed about, but
maybe next time.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. Maybe Chris can help more, because I think guys bond better with other guys.
Definitely.
And then that can be an easier way to do it.
But it was just the whole thing being at the party, where people get obviously intoxicated.
I mean, it's a party.
It's a party,
and it's somebody's birthday.
Yeah. And I'm
in Europe.
I'm not saying that from a place of judgment.
Yeah.
But it was when everybody arrived and everybody was sober.
Yeah.
I just said hi to everyone, and I was trying to be social while people are sober, and I just say hi to everyone, make sure people remember me.
It's who are you?
But I couldn't even get around to everyone, because by the time I would try to say hi to everybody, some people were already drunk as shit.
Oh wow.
Within an hour, and I'm like, yo, what are we doing?
That's hilarious. So was it odd to see? Because I'm assuming you haven't been back 4 years.
Yeah.
And even when you were 4 years ago, you probably just saw your parents and very close relatives, if any. Mm-hmm. So was it weird to see so many, I'm assuming, cousins and relatives that you haven't seen for a really long time?
Yeah, it was fun though, because some of my cousins that I...
Was Irka there?
Yurka?
Irka? Zirka?
No, he wasn't there.
He's the best cousin.
I know, he's my favorite. He wasn't there though. But some of my cousins that I wouldn't we just wouldn't. Our lives were not that intertwined. We didn't have the same hobbies,
Gotcha.
So we didn't get to talk
Fair
a lot.
enough.
But they were there. One of my cousins, he has 2 kids now.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
And I remember he was a really problematic teenager.
Okay.
He had really wild year or two where he was just doing all the things, just alcohol, drugs, just being a really bad kid,
Well, he got it out of the system, I'm hoping.
Yeah, he really turned around.
Wow.
He's a really good dad.
Okay.
It was
nice.
It was so cute to see, and even he would be so edgy as a teenager, he wouldn't want to even talk to other people. Grumpy all the time.
Yeah,
but now he's just such a nice person, and he just he was I was with him a lot.
Nice.
And his girlfriend too.
Yeah.
We were just kind of just hanging out.
Oh, beautiful.
After everyone else got really
Yeah.
shit-faced, they were kind of just with the kids, so they couldn't get really too drunk.
So these are my people.
So I was like, hey, yeah, they were really nice. We
Good.
went for a walk, and we just kept talking, and I had no idea that he wants to travel. He wants to go to Scandinavian countries. He wants to see the fjords.
Nice.
And and I was showing him pictures of Colorado and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
these
Places.
things that once I found out that he loves mountains, I was like, let me show you all these pictures.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I need to come. And I was like, you should come, please.
Yeah, yeah.
See
There's
me.
things to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have a place. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a surprising encounter, because I've never really interacted with that cousin until this party.
Nice.
And it was really nice.
Oh, that's nice. So you actually end up making reconnecting
New
with
friends.
people. Yeah, new friends, reconnecting
Yeah.
with the family that you wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah.
That's good that he turned around, has family and everything.
He's a really good kid.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm really bad with like connecting with my cousins, and again, same thing. Like we don't have the same interests, so there's nothing to really talk about until like you go back and see them, and then it's all like, "What you been up to?" And then like, "All right, now it's time for me to go. Bye." No, makes sense. But
there was one really disturbing thing that happened.
oh no, what
on
happened?
My day one.
Day one.
Day one. So I don't even know how to say that.
Day one when you got to check.
Day one when I got home to my family.
Okay.
And I got settled and everything, and my parents were like, okay, let's go to your aunt's house. They really want to see you. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go. So I got dressed and we went over there, and it was my aunt, her husband, my uncle, and then like also my other aunt and uncle. They were already like there.
Yeah.
And their kids and whatever. There was like a lot of people that I didn't expect. I just thought my aunt and uncle would be there, not like
not
half of my family. And I'm like,
they were excited to see you.
All right. So it's like a lot of welcome. Like everybody was hugging.
Yeah.
It was nice, but like I could tell, I could smell that they were drinking.
Oh no.
You know.
Well, they
like,
were
okay,
gathering.
yeah. It's fine. It's like, okay, hug me.
Yeah.
And then like the last hug that I received and gave, like, with like my uncle was so drunk, and I didn't see that he was this drunk.
Oh no.
But like I hugged him, and like he like kind of like leaned on me because he was like so drunk.
Yeah.
And he grabbed my ass.
What?
And I like I have like this technique when I don't want to be in a hug anymore.
Yeah.
I like push people away with my shoulder.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Dude, I pushed him so hard that he like almost fell. It was so awkward.
That's weird. Did anybody else see that happen? Like, not the
I don't
push
know.
part,
We didn't
but like
talk about it, and I was just like,
weird. Yeah.
what the fuck just happened? But I think he just like was so intoxicated that he just didn't realize what was happening. Maybe didn't realize who I was.
But still, wait. So you think he was so drunk that he hugged you, and he was hugging not realizing it was your ass?
Yes. Like I don't know what happened there, but
and he
leaned on me like really hard. Like I was just like I had to like brace myself so
Yeah.
he wouldn't fall.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, and I was just like,
No.
like pushed him.
Oh my
And then he
God.
almost fell in the other direction. And I was just like, so how's everything?
How do you even recover from that?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Did your mom and dad say anything?
No.
It's weird. Like when it happens something like with the family, it was like, we're not gonna.
Yeah,
touch
we
this.
never addressed this.
Yeah. It's like we're gonna keep on going with our lives.
But that was very, 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 very disturbing, and I was traumatized.
Oh, I bet. Did you see that uncle again at the party?
Yes, and he again got very drunk. And
Don't tell me he tried to do the same thing.
No.
Okay.
No. I like stayed away from him, and I was
Makes
just
sense.
like,
we're not hugging.
I was like, I knew he was gonna get this. He behaves so badly when he's drunk.
Oh my God.
He's known. Like we know he's a menace when he's drunk. So
He's those uncles.
Yes.
He's one of those uncles. I get
so
it.
I tried to just like say hi and like just kind of sit next to him for a little bit when they just got there.
Yeah.
That was like my strategy. It was like I'm gonna catch up with him and then I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
And so like I did, and then he went to we had a beer tap.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to the tap and he started like pouring beers to everyone. But I feel like every time he poured a beer for somebody else, he poured a beer to himself.
Makes sense.
So like an hour later, he's just like so drunk again, and it was just he ended up wanting to like go home at like super early. It was still daylight.
Yeah.
And he's like, he just kept like bothering my aunt, his wife, to like go home with him.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like, fuck off, stay here.
Like, you got drunk, it's your problem.
Yeah,
like, it's not mine.
seriously.
Like, you just got here for a party that the celebration has just started and everybody's there. God.
I don't have problem with people like celebrating and drinking, but I do think that Czech men specifically, because I don't ever see my aunties getting like this. They have problems, man. Like, I don't know why they get so drunk so often.
Yeah, I echo what World's Famous said. Like, I'm sorry that happened. That's just also the first day you landed.
Yes.
And it's like,
Yes.
don't know how to take this. like, where do I go from here? Only up, I guess.
Like, I don't want to ever come across to my family as like, I think I'm better than them.
No, but that's just one of those things. Like, I don't think that's okay.
Yeah, it's not okay. It's not okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's, you know what's weird? It's not Czech, like, men. Indian men also get, like, when it's parties, like, not wives, because they don't really drink at all. But even if they drink, a few of them, but, like, men get obliterated. Like, they get
I don't understand
drunk.
it.
And usually uncles get so drunk and create chaos. There's always one uncle. It's like, what is, and you can always see the uncle's wife sitting in the corner and like, and just shaking her head. And like, I don't know what's happening. I didn't come here with this guy. And it's like, always feel so bad. But yeah, that's just terrible. That's just horrible. But yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, do you tell Chris about that?
I did.
What did he say?
He called me. He's like, do I have to fly there and fuck him up?
My God, no.
It
my
was
God.
just, and like, it's again, like, this was really weird.
Yeah.
And, like, not something that like he had ever done.
Yeah.
You know, I just think he just like was like lost in the moment and in the sauce, and just didn't even recognize who I was, who was hugging him.
Fair enough.
But like, still not okay. Like, even if it was a stranger, this is not okay to do.
Not okay.
But yeah.
Unless he was thinking he was hugging his wife, but then like, why would you be hugging your wife? In that scenario, I mean, you can be hugging your wife, but like when everybody's hugging, like, why is your wife going around and doing this?
Yes.
Yeah, that's insane. That's crazy. But yeah,
it's so weird. Like, Watch Dogs, it's Czech or Indian men in general, because men as a species. I do think that. I agree with that, because I have seen women drunk. I have been drunk before. But I have never seen
women get
my relatives in, like, while I was there as a child or young adult, or now even, I haven't seen any of them be so embarrassing.
Yeah, I think that's, it's different, like, because like if you go to a club, obviously there's always a woman drunk creating chaos, but like when it comes to like family events, I feel like ladies
have it together.
Yeah, have it together, because they don't want to come across as embarrassment, because if they cause chaos, apparently that's a talk of the whole town.
Yeah.
But if men create in a family, they're like, it's fine. He does that all the time. It's like, how is that uncle getting a pass?
I also feel like women get like tipsy, like at like family gatherings,
and
they will get like funny, and like they will go dancing, and they'll just like bother other people to dance with them, you know?
Yeah.
And just get like more extroverted.
Yeah.
But men just don't. They even like, they pass the point of being like friendly and like tipsy to just drunk.
No regards for anybody else. And yeah, I guess that's the definition. Yeah. Indian weddings, you always see like guys at reception getting extreme drunk. It's like, I'm staying away from that uncle because weird shit can happen and stuff like that. But that's insane. So overall, beside that point, your whole 3 weeks in Czech were pretty good. And I know you worked like half a week, or like 1.5 week you worked remotely.
Yes.
Yeah. So how was your journey back? Let's talk about your chaos of a journey back, because we have a whole topic on that one. God. And I was waiting for her to get back so I can yell at her, but like we'll do that here.
Oh, great.
So
I would consider myself a traveler. I've traveled a lot.
Yeah.
I know how to get around, and while I had like a European passport, I would obviously like always check and like make sure it's like, do I have everything? Do I have all my visas? Do I have like all this and that. Like, am I gonna be okay? I would always check on those things.
Yeah.
And like I never needed help. You know, I just always like very self-sufficiently look everything up by myself.
Because you know you've done this before,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
not first time rodeo.
So I go home with my Czech passport, which is a biometric passport. It has my fingerprints. It has like, you know, scan of my face. Like it has a chip.
Yeah.
So you can like move swiftly through all the controls. So I have that, and then I also had my American driver license, and I had like a few documents that would prove in anything went wrong, that I have like residency here, I have like address here, employment. Like I had a few things that I specifically brought. I was like, just in case.
Yeah.
And then I'm in Europe. I'm having a good time, and it's time for me to go home. I was flying with Turkish Airlines, and I was flying from Prague to Istanbul, and then from Istanbul to Chicago. In Prague, they called my name.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what's happening?
Yeah.
They called my name to upgrade me to first class.
Oh, nice.
I was just like, holy shit. Best flight of my life.
It just goes downhill from there. We're like, here, enjoy this up. Like, enjoy
Right,
this.
right. Arrive in
That's
Istanbul.
funny.
We land. I only had 90 minutes to go through all of the checks and all the gates.
Yeah, everything.
To get where I needed to be. So I go. They didn't give me a boarding pass, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
They only gave me like a transfer ticket,
Okay.
and they said that I will get a boarding pass in Turkey.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, okay.
That's
I was like,
weird.
why can't I get my boarding pass here? They're like, I don't know. It's just not letting me to print it. I was like, you don't. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Maybe they need to just see
Whatever,
documents
yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, but even in Czech, like in Prague, they saw this, thought maybe should I check on something?
Yeah.
Because somebody could have told me something, you know.
Yeah.
But they were like, no,
just didn't.
you're fine. You just need this. I was like,
They didn't want to do any more work
Yeah,
than that. They were like, oh, you'll be
exactly.
fine. Just deal with it there.
so I
Like,
would
yeah.
say that was the first idiot I've encountered who just like didn't want to do their due diligence.
To like let you know before,
So-
like, yeah.
I got to Turkey, 2-hour flight. And after like about 40 minutes of just running
Yeah.
through that airport, I get to my gate. And I show them my passport. And then I show them all of my shit that I have on me, because they are saying that I can't go through with my passport.
Which is a Czech passport.
Which is a Czech passport.
Yeah.
And I would like to add that Czech citizens do not need visa to get to the US if you're a tourist.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't. You apply for a waiver, and it takes seconds online, and then you have your waiver, and then you can go.
Yeah.
So I'm like at the gate, and the guy is not letting me through.
Yeah.
So I try to explain to him that I'm a dual citizen, that I have this Czech passport, but I'm a citizen of the United States as well.
Just don't
I showed him my license. I showed him my insurance card.
Yeah.
I show him all these different cards. I was like,
Yeah.
this is your United States bank.
Yeah.
I can't have this card if I'm not there. Like, please let me through. No. So I'm not very good at being a Karen, contrary to popular belief. I'm not very good at it. So then I just started crying, and I was just like really panicking. I
Yeah.
was just like, I need to get on this flight. Like, you don't understand. I
Yeah.
have a husband. I have a cat.
Yeah.
I have a job. I need to get back to my regular life. Like, you can't leave me here. Like, this ticket was really expensive.
Like, help me with something.
I'm literally stuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I guarantee you they will let me into the United States because I'm a fucking citizen. They can check on it when I get there.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Would they just
let
like,
me through.
Would they not like giving you any option? They were just saying
No,
no.
they said that I need to go to the U.S. Embassy in Turkey and get an emergency passport, which was on a Saturday.
Oh.
So they were closed.
Yeah.
I would have to stay there until Monday at least. Also, the passport, in Istanbul, there was only like a consular. The embassy was in Ankara, which is very far.
Yeah.
So it was like just like looking all these things up and just
Yeah.
like getting more and more desperate with every finding.
Yeah.
Like, and then it clicked in my brain that I was like, they kept treating me as like somebody who's lying about their American citizenship,
Okay.
but they didn't. I kept like waving at them with my Czech passport, and they didn't even look at it. And then I was like, I could have like just get a visa. Tourist visa would be faster than me waiting for this fucking emergency
Passport.
U.S. passport.
Yeah.
So, and it didn't click until I got to the hotel, because it was a whole thing of me trying to get out of that airport. It was a fucking nightmare. Like, it was very stressful. I had to fucking leave. I get to the hotel. I took a shower. I just like breathed through everything.
Yeah.
I was so desperate. And then like finally after I calmed down, I was like, I don't need a visa. Like I still could have went. Why didn't he let me through?
Yeah.
And I like double checked on everything, and I was like, I was fucking right.
Yeah.
I applied for the fucking waiver. It literally took seconds. It took fucking seconds.
And they could have
I
just
could have
told
done
you
it
that.
at the gate. Yeah, I could have done it at the gate. But and I knew this,
Yeah.
but I felt like they literally like gaslit me.
Oh my god.
And I like, and when I like just like replayed it and I like realized, I was like, fuck. Like I just got into like a panic mode because I was just like really surprised at
the finding, because you weren't expecting that. Yeah. Like otherwise you're like, I got here, like how they will like let me back. Yeah, on the other side, Chris is texting the group telling like he just sent this message, like 12 people in this group. It was like, well, Katie have to stay in Turkey. They're not letting her on board. And we don't know when she's coming back. I was like, what do you mean? Like all of us like, what the hell do you mean that they're not letting her? Like, she's a US citizen. Like, she needs to go can on the asses. Like, she needs to get on that plane.
Yeah.
And come to find out that she didn't have the US passport on her. That was just like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Me and Corey are just like, I can't believe this. Like she has, well, because I understand having all the paperwork with driver license, but when international people can be really like at the gate, they can just be like, oh, I can pay $200 to get this driver license. Like it really doesn't mean anything to them. They only care about the passport. But then again, he should have known everything, and they should have helped.
I did have a valid travel document.
Yeah, they just didn't look at it.
It was a biometric document too. You know, like it has. If you like push it through the scanner, it will tell you everything about me.
Yeah.
They just didn't do it.
Yeah, at that point, are you like? But one thing I've learned from my sister, she does this thing, like she does a really good Karen. And she would just always be like, all right, let me talk to somebody else. And then she will, if she doesn't get help, she just starts crying right there until like they feel pity on her and you'll get her help. So I guess like, like nobody else like even came to like help. They're just like, okay, yeah, this guy got it. And then that just sounds awful.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I had a really hard time in Istanbul.
I bet. With your first class flight
there. I love Turkey. I love Istanbul. I spent a whole one day there coming to Europe.
Yeah.
It was great. It was amazing. And then like when they denied me entry on the plane, I was just standing at the gate and like you are not allowed to be in the airport area if you don't have a valid boarding pass.
Okay.
You shouldn't be there. Someone should escort you.
Yeah.
And I was like just waiting there for somebody to like come and escort me because this is like a thing. That's the protocol that you do. Nobody came for me.
So you could have just stayed there.
So I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to get into any more trouble than I'm already in. So I was trying to get out of the airport. And I started stopping like the security people from the airport. And like half of them didn't speak English.
Oh no.
And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? So I like look up like the translator.
Yeah.
And I'm like typing sentences and I'm like, I need to leave the airport. Leave the airport.
Yeah.
They take me to like an area, like instead of taking me to like the exit, they took me somewhere else. And then they told me to go, and I followed the instruction.
Yeah.
But I ended up at like a different like duty-free store and different gates. So And then
my
I just
God.
like I had to like sit down at like a restaurant and
Yeah.
I bought like just fucking water.
Yeah.
Forced myself to chug this water because I was just like really like hyperventilating at that point. I was
Oh,
like really
no.
really scared, and just sit down, get a hotel.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, I need to leave this airport. I need to get to this hotel.
Yeah.
Finally found a way out of the airport. It was the biggest
Oh my
exit
God.
sign I have ever seen in my life, but it was covered with a McDonald's logo in front of it.
Oh.
Then there was like another store logo in front of it, and it just looked like a yellow wall that had no
Nothing on
yeah,
it.
but it was like the whole wall was just like
Labels.
exit.
Oh my
Like
God.
it was the size of like a whole like this house. That's
That's
how
insane.
big the exit sign was.
But it was covered with
But
everything
it was
else.
covered behind all the stores and stuff. Like, why isn't it just the fucking light?
Yeah. Just like that's
That's
it.
all I need.
Yeah.
There was no signs leading to an exit.
Oh, there wasn't?
Yeah.
So like a baggage claim,
No.
like exit this way.
No, because when you're in the area that I was in, didn't really need an exit. That's
Yeah.
why I needed to be escorted.
Mm.
Because like once you're with your boarding pass, once you're past all the checks, you don't need to leave. You need to leave through the plane.
Yeah.
They didn't let me go to the plane, and then I had nowhere to go.
Yeah. And then they just like left you hanging. So they were like, we can help you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Like figure it out yourself. That's awful a customer experience from there.
It was awful, and this was the Istanbul airport.
God. Yeah.
There are two airports. There's Sabiha Gökçen Airport that is on the Asian side, and then there's Istanbul Airport, which is on the European side.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the European side one, and that is what happened to me.
Great. Fun times. Yeah. I learned that every entry point is different. Because one time my friend's mom bought me a ticket for Orlando. Like I paid, but like she bought a ticket together, but she bought it under Navi, and that's not my full name. So that's
my
not
God.
on my passport, on my driver license. I was going from Indy to Orlando, and thankfully I had business cards on me that said Navi. So they were able to look at it. They were like, "That's fine." They were like, "Do you have something to verify?" I was like, "Yeah." Went to Orlando, whatever. Coming back, they would not accept that. They did not. They're like, there's just no way. I was like, but I left Indy. Like they left. Like I'm not even leaving the country. Like I left Indy on this, and they were okay with it. And
Yeah.
like, can you like take
Yeah.
me back? So that's when I found out. Like I guess every entry point is different because like just because I left the country doesn't mean the same would happen. Because I just like, well, they got me on a plane, but thankfully like they were able to listen. But like God, they were such bitches. I hated like. Just get me like
Yeah.
I don't want to stay here any longer
Yeah.
than you do. Like I have a driver license.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I was like all right,
Yeah.
keep the name same.
I want to point out that my flight home actually went through Swiss Airlines,
Yeah,
and I went through Zurich, Switzerland, and I had the same amount of documentation, plus I had the waiver
Yeah.
on my phone,
yeah.
which I never had to show to anyone. So basically, had
You
the,
did the whole
same
thing.
amount of documents, and when I was at the passport control, to get through the gate,
Yeah,
there was a lady, and I was just like, hey, I have this passport. Here it is.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. She's like, when are you coming back from the US? And I was just like,
yeah.
all right, well, I'm actually a citizen, but I was just like, my passport didn't come in time, so I thought I can just, live off of this passport.
Yeah.
And I was just like, here is my ESTA,
Documentation, yeah.
ESTA waiver, which is basically the travel visa waiver. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. She was like, I don't need to see the ESTA. You're fine.
That's crazy. So I
And
wonder.
she's like, enjoy your flight. And I'm like,
please let me. I wonder what would have happened if on Turkey if you just went from there and went to a different counter with the same airline.
I would
Like,
probably go through. I
Yeah.
am convinced that I've encountered an idiot.
you did.
And
An idiot who was probably just didn't.
he
give
was
an-
very high on the little amount of power he had over
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, it would have been fine if you had like went to like check-in counter like in the beginning when you're dropping off luggage and stuff, and they probably
Yes.
know way more than the idiots at the gate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
lesson learned, like if you know this, go to talk to somebody else and pretend you like nobody has told you anything. But like, here, like all my documents here.
Even like
God.
I went to the Turkish Airlines counter and I was trying to see if I can like reschedule my flight or just get on standby or something. And they were like, well, we can't really like do that unless you have the documents on you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get these emergency documents.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, well, until then we shouldn't be really rescheduling anything. You're going to have to pay more and more money if you have to reschedule again. And I was just like, okay, cool. But then like he again was just like, but like you have your passport. And I was like, I have my passport.
Yeah.
And he's like, and they sent you away. And I was like, they sent me away. And he's like, because he was like actually like he was sales.
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't have helped me, but he at the sales was like, they should have let you go.
Yeah.
Like, why are you here?
That's weird.
And I'm
It's
like
no
just
shit.
bawling. I'm like,
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
know anymore. Just want to get out of here.
God. Oh yeah, what happened to your bags? Did you check in your bags, or you had just check in and that was just with you?
So I didn't. So Turkish Airlines has only 8 kilograms.
Oh yeah, that's the whole thing when you were like checking in.
Yeah. So apparently luggage with Turkish costs $200
Oh my God.
for check-in. So I was
Bullshit.
like, okay, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna bring my 6 outfits. That's fine. It's summer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't really need more than 8 kilograms. I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So on my way back, I also had them just as a carry-on.
Yeah.
And that's why I had to I had my suitcase, and then I had my
Backpack.
personal bag item, whatever, which was a backpack. So I was just like with my backpack with the carry-on luggage, like running around the airport. And
oh my God.
it was
Would
just
they
bad.
have weighed your carry-on to see if it's more than 8?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Wow, they're very
did.
strict on that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Whatever.
That's crazy. Well, welcome back. Glad you made it.
Thank
you will
you.
never make this mistake again. You
No,
don't get a
absolutely
US
not.
passport.
But I was really miserable leaving because I felt really bad and guilty about leaving my parents again.
Aw.
I had a really hard time emotionally leaving Czechia, leaving my parents.
After being with them for like about 3 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I even I was on Discord with the Normies community, and
Yeah.
I was just talking about how I'm really sad
Yeah.
and how I don't really want to leave.
Yeah.
You know? It's like I was excited to come here and
Yeah.
be with Chris and Bodhi and you guys, but at the same time I just felt really guilty, and I was
Makes
like,
sense.
I've never felt this before, and I've traveled so long. Like, I've left my parents for a year to go to Turkey, for 6 months to go to Texas. Then I left them for another year to come here. I thought I would only be here for a year in Indiana,
Yeah.
and I ended up being here for so long. And it's never been this hard to leave my parents as it was this time. And so I was already very emotionally exhausted.
But why do you think that is? Is it because just because you spend more time this time around bonding with the family?
Yeah, I think it was because they took me. I feel like I have more respect for my parents now.
fair
They
enough.
actually consider me an adult.
Okay, that makes sense.
It just felt different. And also my parents are getting old.
Yeah.
And it just made me feel really anxious about leaving again and not knowing when I'll be back. So I just I felt like a failure because I was so always proud of just being able to travel and have all these friends around the world that I
Yeah.
can rely on if anything goes wrong. Literally in Turkey, I had a friend in Turkey when all this shit went down.
Yeah.
And my immediate response after I just got somewhere where I could just sit down, I called him and I was just crying.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
please be with me on the phone. I just to talk through what happened to
Oh.
me. It's and I've just always been so happy that I have so many people around
Yeah.
different places of the world.
Fair enough.
But now I felt really the weight of the responsibility of maintaining those relationships because my parents are so far away
Yeah.
and Chris is here, and it's just these are very close relationships. And I feel like I'm really stretched in so many different directions.
Yeah.
And I can't really give everybody that wants and deserves my attention
Yeah.
to get that attention from me.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And it was just breaking my heart. So I was just ready to fucking go and be home and be with Chris, be with Bodhi, and just everything will be okay. And then when they like denied entry on that plane, like I was angry for maybe 5 minutes, but then I was just crying
because everything
and
kind
I
of
was
came
just
together.
so sad.
Oh
And
no!
I was absolutely miserable. I was scared.
You were like stuck.
It
like
was the worst. It was the worst travel experience of my entire life.
I can imagine, because like not only like at this point you were leaving Europe to come to America, but you were denied, so you can't go back either. So you're just stuck in the middle.
And
It's
I
like,
wish
what do you
I
do?
wish all this happened when I was in Prague, because at least I would be in like my home country.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have probably felt as desperate. And like, yes, I lived in Turkey. It's also like a familiar place for me. I know the language a little bit.
But it's been a while. Yeah.
But like, I was just fucking terrified after they like, especially when they fucking abandoned me at the airport.
Yeah.
Like, just
Find
my way out.
Yeah.
Like, this is not an area people get out of without fucking like escort.
Yeah. It's like you just didn't do anything. And not knowing like full language either. I can only imagine, like, it's just traveling can be very terrifying.
Yeah, that was not fun.
Yeah.
I guess next time we're gonna talk about your
I
missing your flight.
I had a bunch of traveling chaos going there,
God.
and I thought I was gonna be late or not be able to make it, but coming back was fine, but going there was just crazy.
Whenever Suraj is back from Greece, we should invite him.
Yes,
I'm
and
sure
talk
he's
to
gonna
him.
have stories too.
Oh yeah, he's prepping, dude. This guy is prepping for the humidity. He has like 3 small fans that he ordered apparently.
What?
Like to have a fan like around the neck and all those small things.
I was
it'll be
telling
interesting.
him that when we were there, when I was in Europe, there was a massive heat wave, and Greece. There were like some big fires that just started while I was there.
Yeah.
And like certain islands, I think Rhodos is just like completely engulfed in flames. They had to evacuate people.
Yeah.
Out of that, like, and multiple islands are just completely engulfed, and that is fucking scary.
It is. Every time they make a trip, like something is on fire, because they went like they were going to go to Sequoia and that was on fire, and like they couldn't go. No, Seoul was very humid, very humid. So I can only imagine how Greece will be. But
I don't think it's gonna be humid because it's been so dry.
But it's gonna be much
no
hot.
rain.
But it's still gonna be like it's gonna be different kind
hot.
of heat.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be hot, but like if they're by the sea, they'll be fine.
yeah. So he's going on vacation 3 weeks, so I will add that in, so that'll be something. But guys, we are going to rate somebody, but remember, tomorrow we are back with One Piece. We're gonna start at 2 p.m. for 3 hours. And we'll watch the new One Piece trailer in the beginning while people join us. We are excited for this water arc. Can't believe we took a month break. I'm hella excited. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And say Normies send regard. And Noel dos San.
Noel dos Santos.
Oh, well, either or. Tell them.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Get ready, cause it's about time for you to speak your mind. Secret Girls Club. Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club.